34 games to go in the regular season, and the Mets start the night a game and a half behind the Braves in the National League wildcard standings, 4.5 behind the Padres. Joe Musgrove missed more than 2 months because of an elbow issue. This is his third start since coming back.
Yeah, bone spur, bone bruises. He's a guy that's been limited to 12 starts, but he's trying to pitch himself because the Padres do play in October. He's been a big game pitcher.
Leading it off is Francisco Lindor in the air to right field. Over goes Peralta. And he's there to make the catch for out number one.
Joe Musgrove, now 31 years old, had a great season in 2022, went to the All-Star game. Last year had his season curtailed by injury.
There's strike three. First strikeout of the night for Joe Musgrove. 2 down. Swing and a miss, and Joe Musgrove struck him out on the sweeper. A 9-pitch first. The Padres are coming up.
Paul Blackburn goes to the mound for the Mets. He's made 4 starts for the Mets, and 3 of them have been really good.
3 of them have almost been the exact same. 6 innings pitched, 1 run allowed.
Rise now in his 88th game with the Padres after they picked him up from Miami in May. Second in the National League in batting after winning batting titles each of the last 2 years.
That's a fly ball, struck pretty well. Up towards deep right field. Back goes Marte at the wall. The ball's gone. Home run for Luis Arraez, his 4th of the year. All have come in a Padres uniform.
Rare power from Arraez. 1-0 San Diego.
Joe has looked really good in his last couple of outings since returning from the IL. And one of the things that's been most impressive is the return of the velocity. Not just the return of it, but the increase of it. There you see before the IL, 92.4. First game back, 92.8. His last outing, 93.8. That's the highest average velocity that he's had all season long.
And it is strike 3. Gets Alonso looking. 3rd strikeout in a row for Joe Musgrove. As Marte goes looking. 4 strikeouts in a row for Joe Musgrove. He's got it going on.
And a ground ball top to third base. Big hop Manny on the backhand, gets rid of it quickly and in time. Bang, bang play at first base. But Machado throws Iglesias out. And a 1-2-3, top of the second inning for Joe Musgrove.
On to the bottom of the second inning. David Peralta to lead it off for the Padres. Grounded up the middle and by the dive. Lindor into center field.
Peralta has another hit. This one comes leading off the second. The 4th hit in the first 7 batters against Paul Blackburn. Here's Higashioka, who's really had himself a fine offensive season. A career-high 14 home runs for the former Yankee. I mean, he played 7 years with the Yankees at a total of 40 home runs, never more than 10 in a season.
Driven to left field on a line. That ball is back. That ball is gone. 2-run shot. 15th of the year. Padres take a 3-0 lead.
Higashioka, freed from New York, having himself a field day swinging the bat in Southern California. Blackburn's faced 10 batters and given up 7 hits.
McCoy at third base still with 2 down for Jake Cronenworth. Line to right and a base hit for Cronenworth. From third comes McCoy. Padres take a 4-0 lead.
So Cronenworth adds an RBI single, and Paul Blackburn is fooling nobody tonight.
3rd inning, 4-0 Padres.
Good pad for the Friars, and Joe Musgrove go right after these hitters.
And that's strike 3, outside edge, 5 Ks for Musgrove.
Well, he has everything working. You know, he's got a mix of fastball, cutter, slider, curveball. Doesn't really throw a change, doesn't need to.
Swing and a miss. Strikeout number 6 for Joe Musgrove. 2 down in the inning.
You know, that slurve of his, that sweeper, you can't place that any better. It's got sharp break to it, out of the hand, looks like a heater, and then off the table, down and away.
2 down here in the 3rd inning for Harrison Bader. On the ground to shortstop. To his left is McCoy. Fires to first to end the inning. Joe's retired the first 9. It's 4-0 Padres.
Jackson Merrill leads off in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Padres with a 4-0 lead over Paul Blackburn in the match.
To Hopper, to Alonso. He will take it himself, and it's late. That was a mess. So Blackburn went to cover, then Alonso kind of bailed on the idea and then just tagged the bag himself, and it was late.
So that'll be a base hit for Merrill, the 10th San Diego hit. Up the middle, that's off Blackburn. It deflects to Iglesias, who makes the play, and now the concern is for Blackburn. Points at his right wrist, and you can see that wrist swelling up already. Very scary. He did get his arm up to protect his face, but never good when a right-hand pitcher gets it on his right wrist like that. Certainly there is concern about his hand and his wrist. There's just no way that you could leave him in at that point. It's one thing with a hitter who has to run the bases, different than with a pitcher who's got to grip a baseball immediately.
Right Stanek into the game.
33-year-old enters his 55th game.
Kyle Higashioka, who hit a 2-run homer last inning, will come to bat with Merrill at second and 1 out in the bottom of the 3rd.
Line to left field. Higashioka cleans that out back towards the track of the wall. Around from second comes Jackson Merrill. Padres take a 5-0 lead. Flips the order over, and Luis Arraez batting for the 3rd time. And here he is in the 3rd inning. Gives you an idea of how well things are going. Padres have banged down 11 hits at 5 runs. Line to center. Bader coming in, dives forward and makes the catch. They'll throw to second base for a double play ball. Well, that got in. Apparently it dropped. He did not catch it. So a base hit for Arraez and another run at 6-0 Padres.
That was now an even dozen hits for the Padres.
First 11 set down by Joe Musgrove.
This one's back up the middle. Diving is Bogaerts from the outfield lawn. The throw in time.
Looked like it might be the first man hit of the night, but Xander Bogaerts goes behind second base and makes a terrific play to throw out J.D. Martinez and keep Musgrove perfect through 4. Pretty clean line for Musgrove so far. 12 up and 12 down. Question is how many pitches they're going to let him throw tonight. 73 was his top end since coming back from the injured list.
To right center field on the move is Peralta. He'll get there.
First time in Joe Musgrove's career, he has set down the first 13 to come to bat.
To right center field, Peralta on the run again, and Peralta can't get it this time, out of his reach. Joe Musgrove retired the first 13 that he faced tonight, but gives up a double to Marte here in the 5th inning. 2 down in the 6th inning. Top of the order, Francisco Lindor. Grounded softly. Musgrove will put up the glove. Nicely done by Joe Musgrove. Joe Musgrove has sent down the Mets in order 5 times tonight. Swing and a miss. That strikeout number 7 for Musgrove. 1 down. Drops in there for strike 3. Back-to-back Ks for Musgrove. 8 in all.
Swung on and missed. Joe Musgrove strikes out the side in the 7th inning. Musgrove with 9 Ks and 7 shutout, 1-hit innings.
And versus the Mets, last 3 starts, 20 frames, only 5 hits. No runs have crossed the plate.
I'll bring up Manny Machado. 2 for 4, 9 for Machado. And it's grounded up the middle into center field. A base hit for Machado. Wade around from second with his 7th Padres run. 7-0 San Diego.
Two-seamer that leaks down the middle.
That was the first hit Manny has ever had off Ottavino. 2 down in the 9th. That is strike 3, and that is the ball game. Padres shut out the Mets tonight, 7-0. Out hit them 16-2 in the game.
Boy, some great pitching tonight. Everything was working. Good defense, tons of hits, great pitching. Joe Musgrove, the star, on the hill tonight. Great way to bounce back against these Mets.